So I'm Kentaro Ebisawa. I'm working for Arcus today, building network OS for many platforms like Whitebox, DPUs, and I've been working for startups related to open networking technology for like 20 years. And from that, last time I did the first SONiC workshop in Japan, so we could gather people interested in SONiC in Japan. So I first got interested in the internals of the networking technology, and first I started with a software router like Viata, and then I got more interested in like switch ASICs and hardware, and started some data plane programming community like P4. But to drive those ASICs, we didn't have, it was very difficult for a person to build a network OS on top of it. But SONiC came out, and I thought this would help many people to collaborate to create some software to drive the high-speed switch ASICs. So that's was my motivation to start a SONiC community and spread them in Japan. Yeah. So first, in old days, many operators in Japan thought network equipment are black box. There are things you only only control through CLIs. So I had to first kind of have an event or a session to explain what's happening inside the routers and switches and try to get more interest in the internals. So, so those changing mind of people thinking that we can access the internal of the networking technology was the first challenge I faced. Yeah, so after SONiC came, many people started to think that network equipment and technology is something they could adopt to their use cases. So in the past, you had to ask vendor to adopt their product to their use cases. But now with SONiC, you could choose right software and hardware for their use cases. And in Japan, for example, last year, a big telco operator called KDDI started using SONiC in production, and some other telco operator like NTT started contributing to the upstream SONiC. And this kind of movement made more people feel that SONiC is just not a toy or a small deployment or only research gadgets, but also something applicable for their production environment in large scale. So my goal is same from like 20 years ago. I want to make more people interested in how the networking technology is actually implemented. And after the SONiC workshop event we had, there was more and more interest. So I'm hoping that this community would expand, and we would find not only the SONiC users, but people who actually develop their their use cases and needs and start upstreaming to the community grow in Japan as well.